So this video is all about how much money you can possibly make from developing a new product idea. I'm going to use two examples of clients that we've worked with, and I'm going to use two examples of people who we haven't worked with, but who have done very well out of their new products. Make sure you do keep watching to the end of the video. I'm going to share a further interesting bit of information which will really help on your journey to develop your new idea. Let's get started straight away. This is the couch coaster product developed with us by our client Barry, and this product, with its sister product, the table coaster, now turns over £850,000 a year. Now, Barry runs a very lean business. He has no overhead costs at all, and he doesn't actually see the product or handle the product between it being made by the factory and then shipped out internationally to his distributors and retailers. So that means that he's got very little cost to deliver that turnover, and that gives you a very good idea, therefore, of what he's making. This is the Timerstat product developed with our client Anthony, and with this product, since launch in 2016, he has sold over £1 million worth. Year on year, it is turning over £250,000, and it has spawned some other products within the range as well, which is growing the turnover of the business even more. Again, very lean model, very few overheads on that product. Gives you a good idea as to what the return is that Anthony's making. In his own words, he has made many times over the money he invested in developing that product. Let's now look at a product that we didn't develop. This is the Workmate. This was originally invented by a guy called Ron Hickman, eventually licensed to Black & Decker. Now, Ron made between £1 and £1.50 per unit sold, and Black & Decker, by the time of Ron's death in 2011, had sold 30 million Workmates. So you can start to understand why Ron had a rather large house on the island of Jersey as a result of coming up with this idea. Now, the final one we're going to look at is James Dyson. He is the fourth richest man in the UK at last count and is worth £30 billion. So hugely wealthy off the back of a series of new product developments, obviously starting with the famous vacuum cleaner. Now, the extra piece of information that I promised to give you at the beginning of the video, both the Workmate and the Dyson vacuum cleaner were rejected by all the leading companies in the industry. Both Dyson and Ron had to actually set up manufacturing and start selling their products themselves before the companies in that industry space would see the potential of it. Eventually, obviously, Ron went on to license it to Black & Decker successfully, even though they rejected it earlier on before he'd launched it and proven the sales. With James Dyson, he did some license deals initially on some of his technology to help fund setting up his own manufacturing, and of course now manufactures in Malaysia and supplies his products globally. This just goes to show sometimes you have to persist, and sometimes you have to disregard that negative feedback you can get even from industry leaders, because you could be onto an amazing idea. Now, to be as successful as these guys, make sure you check out my next video here. It is on the 4 common mistakes that people make in product development.